So credit. I remember being 18, getting my first credit card, and all I saw was some temporary money that once it ran out, I'll go get another one. I never really had the education behind credit, you know what I'm saying? Before I ran into it, it was just like something that was there. But I learned, I guess you would say the hard way. When I did actually get exposed to credit and I messed mine up, it was just like a spiral effect. You know what I'm saying? I was constantly going into any approvals and treating it like luck, like, yes, I got approved, hoping I get approved. I thought that was the game somehow. And then I started hearing, oh, in 7 years, it'll go away. So I'm like 18, 19 years old, and I'm like, by the time I'm 20 something, it'll be off my credit. I'm like, but man, that's a long time away. But I'm like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just never understood credit like that. It just didn't register the way that it do now. And of course, being an 18-year-old kid getting a Macy's credit card and just getting a shirt for the club, you know what I'm saying? That's literally what I got with my first credit card. I'll never forget it. I did that, and that started this whole downward spiral, of dealing with credit, and I just didn't have the understanding of it. So fast forward to now, or even just in recent years, when credit played a different role, when it's like, okay, now you're an adult. Well, I was 18, I was an adult, but I'm saying now you're a full-grown adult, and you need to buy things that, are part of the necessities of being an adult. For example, getting a car. That started being a struggle. High APRs. At first I didn't even understand what an APR was. I remember at that time, I would just see those things and just think, oh, that's the fine print. Who cares? As long as my car note is affordable. You know what I'm saying? That was always the goal. I think what we considered winning, meaning the circle that I was in and the people I was around, it was about getting approved regardless of you know what I'm saying? It was about getting approved regardless of the terms, right? And the next thing was getting approved with a low monthly payment. That was the win. But over time, when you go through so many repos and you see people cars get repoed and you see people struggle to pay their car notes and you see all of this and you see that there's also people that don't stress and struggle and feel like that about none of their bills and life is a little more easier. I was thinking back then, what I'm saying, it's where you work. First thing I'm thinking is, yeah, what I'm saying, if you work a certain place, that's definitely gonna be what determines, what I'm saying, if you can afford something. But the more I thought about that, I realized, nah, you know what? These same people work in, low paying jobs or just decent paying jobs or just the same jobs the next person work at that struggle with their car payments. So I said, man, there's got to be something else. And the more, I'm saying, I realized things and I noticed that those APRs and those terms and just being more understanding that it was just not about, getting approved and hoping, the numbers made sense and the payments were low. I didn't know, okay, they're going to extend that term out. So instead of getting like a short term with decent payments, because the interest is what determines that. That's how some people can get a short term and have low payments still, and the car don't cost them a whole bunch of money at the end of the deal, because from the beginning that numbers was good. They had fair, good numbers. But when you a high risk person and they take a chance on you, they know we're gonna get what we can. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this whole other, like, predatory lending is what they call it. It's a whole separate topic. I want to talk about credit and things like that in other videos. But in this particular video, the thing with credit, man, and understanding the value behind it and knowing that everything costs you something, credit definitely can cost you a lot, man. Like, good credit, back to that, these people have good credit and they pay attention to credit, and no matter where they work, they know how to manage and budget, and then just understand how to get credit to get more credit. And what you bring in with a day job and all that, it's not as important when it comes to surviving. If you got a few credit cards and you know how to keep them paid and then increase your limits and you pay what you need to pay to make sure those credit cards don't, max out or you get too much interest on them. Because mind you, if you a good candidate, your interest rates are almost non-existent. So if they're not really taxing you for giving you money, they're basically trusting you, is what I'm saying. Like in everyday talk, that's what's happening. They trust you. Oh, this person got a record of paying their bills and they got other credits. So if they're trusting them, we're gonna trust them. Like, and we're not gonna charge you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because we know anybody will give you credit. So we gotta reduce their interest. We can't try to make a lot of money off this person or these people, because these people know how to work credit. They understand credit. But when your numbers are terrible and your credit score is low, they know, oh, this person don't care about their credit. They don't understand this is an opportunity to come up. It's a business. That's how it go. So I realized, man, you know what? I can't be a dummy and keep letting people take my money and basically just giving money away. Life is harder because I'm giving money away. Like, and then I'm relying on the money I'm bringing in instead of credit, because I don't got no credit, or my credit's so bad, it's non-existent. Nobody's going to approve me. So I got to go by the money I bring in. I got to base things off of that. I can't base things off of, you know, if something happened and I need to get something taken care of, like a dental situation, you know what I'm saying? Got to pay cash instead of getting credit. They got all kind of programs for people with good credit. That new TV, say you break your TV and you need a new TV, or you see a nice TV and you want it. People buy that stuff on credit, but they don't just let it go down the drain. You know, all these people that's in credit card debt, you end up there because you at some point somewhere didn't understand your credit or didn't respect it enough to make sure it stayed good and that the numbers were good. At some point you dropped the ball. And if that's what happened, because I'm not acting holier than thou at all. Like, I'm definitely guilty of letting credit not do so well, but I'm also a person who went from a 4 something to a 720 on my own, and then I dropped again, but I'm on my way back up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being self-taught. Credit, man, I'm telling you, it will definitely impact your life. It will matter 100%. I don't know what I'm gonna officially title this. I know it's about credit, but in terms of the impact it has on you, is it important? What's the cost of having bad credit? I don't know, but it's a high cost of having bad credit. Bad credit will cost you a lot of money. It costs a lot to have bad credit. And I need people to understand that, because I had to understand that at one point. I'm giving money away. People are living better than me. They got better credit. That's the thing, when you understand that. And then it's just a whole nother world when you really understand this. When you really get yourself an opportunity to understand that game, I'm telling you, man, these numbers mean something different. You can then go into places and talk like you know you have options. You talking like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but I'm gonna go over here and see what okay, well, we want your business. How about they want you, they desire you to come. They want to try to get, but then don't let that overtake like the mindset that got you there, because that's what'll mess you up. So, you know, I think at this point you understand where I'm coming from. You know, if you feel what I'm throwing, you know what I'm saying, pick it up. And you know, I want you to, you know, have some insight on it. So let me know what you think. But, you know, of course, until then, man, stay cool.